In the name of the one true God, the primordial benefactor, who is kind. Aleph, Lam, Ra. What follows are more elements of the divine code which form part of the true revelation from your Lord and Sustainer, a truth which most of humanity will fail to embrace. It is the one true God who established the cosmos without visible support columns, whereafter he took occupation of the seat of cosmic rule. The sun and the moon did he subdue, making each run for a fixed period. He points these facts out to convince you of the appointment you have with your divine Sustainer. It is he who expanded the land mass into continents, then formed sturdy mountains and rivers on it. All fruit varieties which he brought about on earth are of two originally fused gametes. The night side is obscured by the day side from the sun. In these facts also there is evidence of this book's divine origin for people who ponder. On earth there are adjacent climate zones. Vineyards, grains and palms, connected at the root or unconnected, respectively flourish there, all of them irrigated by the same water, yet some we make more delectable than others. In this also, there is evidence of this book's divine origin for people who apply their intellect. In light of these, if you do find anything surprising, it should be them asking, how can we be restored after having turned to dust? Those who maintain this argument deny that they have a divine Sustainer. They are restrained by shackles around their necks. It is they who shall join the company of hell, abiding there endlessly. They encourage you to place bad before good, even when many precedents in history are there to prove them wrong. Also, in spite of you having a Lord and Sustainer who is gracious towards humanity, even when they do wrong. That Lord and Sustainer of yours is, however, strict when he does impose consequences. Those who obscure truth say, if only a miraculous sign could be revealed by his divine Sustainer. The fact is that you merely raise caution. Every community has a righteous guide. God knows the egg supply that each female carries. For all wombs, he knows whether the count is low or high. For God, all things happen according to an exact determination. His knowledge encompasses both the unobservable and the observable domains. He is great and far beyond, irrespective of whether you make your word private or public, or whether you move by stealth at night or openly during daylight. Each person is assigned divine agents as adjuncts in front and behind him who guard him by God's command. God does not change the overall condition of a society until they transform themselves individually. When God wills misfortune for a people, there is no escape from it, nor have they a defender besides him. It is he who displays the flash of lightning to you that instills both fear and hope as he forms rain-laden clouds. The roaring of thunder celebrates his glory, as do the divine agents, all in awe of him. Lightning cracks are unleashed by him, able to strike anyone whom he should decide upon, even as they dispute about one true God. Incessant indeed is the mechanism of his control. A call to him is a call to what is real. Those calling towards anything else shall never receive any answer. Such a person's call is like stretching out his two hands towards the water in order to make it reach his mouth, but he never reaches it. Hapless indeed is the call of the God-denialist. To the one true God does everyone throughout heavens and earth bend the knee, willingly and unwillingly, as involuntary as do their shadows during the morning and in the afternoon. Ask them, who is the Lord and Sustainer of heavens and the earth? Then answer, the one true God. Then ask them, so have you adopted protecting allies beside him, who can neither benefit nor harm even themselves? Ask them also, can those who cannot see and those who can see ever be equal? Or can darkness and the light be equal? Have you co-opted figures alongside God, who created something like God did, a creation that rivals his creation? Proclaim then to them, God creates all things, and he singularly prevails over it all. It is he who releases torrents of water from the sky, flooding dry valleys to capacity. The gushing water brings up a foam sediment, a sediment that is similar to what is found in a smelter where tools and jewelry are fashioned. The difference between truth and falsehood is illustrated to you by God through this sediment analogy. The sediment dissipates as mere froth waste, while the part which is of benefit to people remains behind. There then is a sound analogy offered to you by God. Those who answer the call towards their Lord and Sustainer shall have all that is good. As for them who fail to answer the call, though they may have all that is on earth doubled, shall not be able to ransom themselves with it. A dreadful reckoning will there be for them, whereafter their abode shall become hell, a truly miserable destiny. Can a person who acknowledges that this revelation, being revealed to you from your Sustainer, is true, be regarded the same as he who will not see? None professes publicly, but practitioners of deep reflection, those who fulfill the pact with God and do not renege on the covenant. Those who connect the things that God orders to stay connected, those in awe of their Lord and Sustainer and apprehend the dreadful reckoning, those who persevere, hoping to gain the approval of their Lord and Sustainer. They establish observance and are charitable with what we provide to them, openly or secretly. They repel evil with good. In the end, it is they who will ascend. Gardens of bliss is where they shall be admitted to, joined by their virtuous predecessors, wives and descendants, as angels, entering from all gates, present themselves to them. Uttering the words, "Safe and sound may you be now on account of your earthly perseverance. Immaculate is your final abode." Those who break the covenant of God after committing to it, who sever what God instructed should be connected, and who spread corruption on earth, they shall be damned and assigned a most dreadful abode. God eases and restricts the sustenance for whomever he wills. They rejoice in the life of this world, even though this earthly life will be seen as a mere utility in the life hereafter. Those who obscure the way ask, why is a miraculous sign not produced from his Lord and Sustainer? Tell them, God sends astray whomever he wills, and points the way towards himself to those with the right orientation. Those who embraced this message then gained emotional solace from thoughts of God. Indeed, only in thoughts of God does the heart find solace. Those who embrace truth and act righteously, for them there shall be joy and an excellent outcome. For these reasons we commissioned you for a nation that succeeded other nations. Your commissioning is so you can render to them that which we divinely communicate to you. Even in the face of them rejecting the primordial cosmic benefactor, proclaim to them, "He is my Lord and Sustainer. There is none worthy of worship but him. On him do I depend, and to him is my return." If any recital could cause the mountains to move or the earth to rupture, or if the dead could be made to speak by anything, it would be this recital. But it shall not happen, because God retains full command. Do those who embrace this message not realize, during their moment of despair, that had God willed, he would have guided all of mankind? As for the obscurers of truth, collapse shall continuously beset them, or appear around their neighborhoods because of their own behavior. This until God's promise is fulfilled, for God never breaks a promise. Divine emissaries before your time also suffered mockery. I gave their obscurers rope before taking them to task. Terrible indeed were the consequences then. Who is it that can possibly preside over the affairs of each and every individual but the one true God? Still they co-opt partners alongside God. Ask them, do designate these partners then. Are they tasked to advise God on earthly matters which he lacks knowledge of? Or are they there just for superficial talk? Sadly though, the false constructs of the truth deniers seem righteous to them, while it obstructs them from the noble path. He whom God lets stray, none can lead back. They will suffer in this earthly life, while the suffering in the life hereafter will be even worse. None is there that can save them from God. The paradise which is promised to the sensible can be imagined as flowing gardens, beneath which streams flow. Its produce shall be perennial, as shall be its shade. This is the destiny of the sensible, while the destiny of the denialist is hell. Those to whom we gave the scripture rejoice at what is divinely revealed to you. There are clans, however, that deny parts of the scripture. Announce to them, I am instructed to be devoted to one true God and not to co-opt false gods with him. Towards him do I call, and towards him is the final return. Evidently we revealed this manifesto in Arabic. Should you then follow their whims, after proven knowledge has come to you, you will have neither ally nor defender against God. We did send messengers before your time, to whom we gave wives and offspring. No messenger has the right to deliver a divine directive without God's permission. Each period has its own blueprint which God erases and confirms as he wills, while the master plan remains with him. It may happen that we show you some of what we promised them, or that we raise you to us before you see any of it. Notwithstanding, you convey, and we reckon. Do they not observe how we bring forth continental crust, then reduce it at the periphery? Cosmic rule belongs to God, and none can defer his ruling. Swift is he when it comes to reckoning. There were those before these present detractors who came up with subversive strategies, but to God belongs the master strategy. He knows every person's affairs. Soon will those who obscure realize which final destiny belongs to who. The deniers claim, you are no messenger. Tell them, enough is God as a witness between me and you, and those with knowledge of the scripture.